Hello, ADL Church of God. I hope you have a great Monday today. I want to thank everyone for a great day yesterday and Pastor Appreciation. Means a lot to me that you care about me and my family and my wife and everyone that's involved with us. I really appreciate the way you treat us, the way you honor us, and I'm just really grateful, humbled, and blessed to have you as a church family. Let's go into our daily devotion today. Um, we're going to be looking in 2 Corinthians chapter number 12, let's just start with verse number 7. And it says, and least I should be exalted above measure. By the abundance of revelations, a thorn in my flesh was given to me, a messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I be exalted above measure. Concerning this thing, I pleaded with the Lord 3 times that it might depart from me. And he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, and my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Here we find that Paul had something that he was dealing with, and it's almost encouraged to know that the mighty men of God had to deal with stuff just like we have to deal with stuff. Here, Paul is dealing with something what we feel like and what the scholars say was something physical, and he was dealing with it on a daily basis. And it got to the place where it was bothering him in such a great magnitude that he began to plead with God. And he began to talk with God. And maybe you understand this morning because maybe you're going through something that you're pleading with God about. You get up in the morning times and say, God, help me with my leg that's hurting me, or God, help me with my mind that's bothering me. Help me, God, with the stress that I'm dealing with in my life, the anxiety that I deal with every day. There's something that you may be pleading with God about. Now, here Paul pleads with God, and he makes it known that he pleaded with God 3 times. That for 3 different times he asked God to take it away. He starts out in this scripture, and this is very important. It says, "And least I should be exalted above measure by the abundance of the revelation." He said, a thorn was placed in my flesh. He is alluding here that God allowed this to be there to keep him humble, to keep him in the position where he would not think it that was him that was doing all this, but it was God that was helping him through all of this. Here, when he asked God these 3 times, apparently God didn't relieve him. I don't know about you, but there's been times in my life that I've asked God for things that it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to turn out. I didn't get the answer I really wanted. Paul said when he asked the first time, God didn't give it to him. The second time, God didn't give it to him. Third time, God didn't give it to him. But after that, on the 3rd time, it said, I pleaded with the Lord 3 times that this might depart from me. And he said to me, God speaks to him and says, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness. He was saying to Paul that I'm going to have grace on what you are dealing with, and I'm going to give you strength to deal with what is going on in your life, but I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it away, but I'm going to give you the ability to make it even though you've got it. Some of us have something going on in our life that it doesn't seem to be taken away, but thank God for the grace and the strength and the power and the ability to deal with it every day and keep on going, to not give up based on what we're dealing with, but to keep striving because we know that God and his grace is sufficient. I want to read you a couple of quotes about grace. I'm going to go a little longer today than I normally do, but I want to hit you with some quotes. God's grace is not earned. It is freely given to all who believe and seek his love. God's grace is the bridge that carries us from the brokenness to the wholeness. Here's another one. God's grace is the gentle rain that nurtures the barren lands of our hearts, transforming them into flourishing gardens and love and compassion. Here's another one. Grace is God doing for us what we could never do and what we will never deserve. Last one here. There but for the grace of God, I go, I go, I go. What that simply means is, I asked you, God, I asked you to remove it. You didn't move it. but through your grace, I'm going to go. I'm going to get up in the morning time. I'm going to get up at night time. I'm going to deal with whatever I got to deal with. I'm going to go, and I'm going to go, and I'm going to go. God bless you.